hero is the person who confronts horrible, chaotic potential and tames it and makes something of it, right? That's the fundamental human story. But the problem is that you have to face what you don't want to face in order to fix it.
Yeah.
And so you look at all the things about yourself that need to be burned off, that need to be dispensed with. And that, man, especially at the beginning, especially if you're screwed up, that may be like 95% of you just has to go up in flames. And it's painful. Even some of that stuff that you have to burn off doesn't want to die. And it'll scream in agony while you're burning it off. It's not pleasant. But if you know that you're the thing that can transcend your problems, most fundamentally, if you know you're the thing that, if it faces the problems, can transcend them, then you have the faith that would enable you to take stock of who you are.
Yo, 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 what up, YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is Sin, coming back with another one, man. And I just want to tell y'all real fast, man. Listen, man, semen retention is that reset button that we all need as men. You know what I mean? We got a lot of stuff in our database that we don't need, that's corrupted us, that's held us back, bro. Listen, we gotta flush that shit. And when you're on semen retention, that's exactly what you do. You hit that button to flush all of that out. And that's why it's so hard, because we have so much of it in here that then held us back, you know what I mean? That then corrupted us, that then made us addicted to things, man. Listen, bro, every man need this damn journey. Not just us, every man needs to be on this journey to where they have a section, right? Where they just go celibate, you know what I mean? A section, a part of their life, a part of the year, anytime they want to do it, to where they just celibate. They stay away from porn and sex, you know, just so they could rewire and reprogram. And this could be, you, like I said, this is a tool. You know you have something big coming up. Guess what? You need to be on semen retention. You just got out of a relationship and you feeling hurt. You just want to focus on what's important. You need to be on semen retention. You know what I mean? Your health may be declining. You want to get your health back right. You need to be on semen retention. You know, you just want to get closer to the Most High. You trying to get your spirits right. You trying to get your spiritual side up. Guess what? You need to be on semen retention, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're not on this journey and you letting all of that bad data just build up, you letting that porn build up. You know what I mean? You addicted to all types of things, right? You know what I mean? Your overactive sex life all up in there. The things that society pushing on you all up in there. Bro, you need to flush that toilet. You need to flush that database. Every man should have some part of their life or the year to where they just practice celibacy. You know what I mean? Where they stay away from porn, where they rewire. And that's what makes this journey so special, because, right, anytime we on semen retention, you know, like us, for instance, we wonder like, damn, you know, we had these wet dreams, we had these nocturnal emissions, and we be like, shit, I ain't had one of these since I was a kid, bro. That's because you reprogramming. It's taking you all the way back. That's what makes this journey so damn special, because not only are you getting these benefits, but you getting taken back to when you was a kid again. Like you going through puberty, you feel your voice start to change because your voice got so light from your lack of testosterone and all of that fapping. Now you getting your deep voice back. You know what I'm saying? You having wet dreams like you a teenager. You know, your hair growing like you know what I'm saying? Your skin clearing up. All of that shit, all of those things happen when you a teenager. So it's like you go back in time and you literally do hit that reset button. Your mind starts to rewire. You start to see things more clear. Your focus is like it should be as a teenager. You like, fuck, man, I ain't felt this since I was 16, since I was 17. That's what it does, bro. Your eyes clear up, all of that shit. It's like, man, it's like something has been lifted off you or taken out of you. All of that poison has just been flushed from you. That's why your eyes is clear. That's why you're trying to stay away from drugs now. You're not drinking how you used to. You going to the gym. You care about your health. You value yourself. That's what this journey do. So regardless, if you go back to how you was, you know what I mean? You should still have a section, a part of your life, whether it's for 6 months, 2 weeks, hell, a whole year, whatever. Every man should practice this. You know what I mean? Why just keep living your life with all of this corruption in your mind, in your brain, when you know it's just dragging you deeper into darkness? When you know it's just making you more addicted to substance, to porn, you know, to the drugs and alcohol. Why do that? Because that's what porn does. People think it just come alone. No, all of these things are connected and intertwined. You wonder why you can't get close to the Most High and these blessings to stop. It's because you not clearing out your database, bro. You got to hit that reset button and go back to where it started. You know what I'm saying? You got to go back there, you know, and then as you move forward, while you on semen retention, you find out more about yourself and you find out better ways to handle things. You know, you more aware of what things do to you. So you like, I'ma handle this different than I did before. You know, that's why it be so depressing when you relapse or when you even have sex and release, because it be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I liked it better when I was on the journey, when I was on semen retention. You know, that shit made me feel like a kid again. But then, you know, guess what? I did what I did. I'm gonna get back on this. You know what I'm saying? So every man should have this reset button. You know what I mean? It's not just about staying on this and going forward and just, you know what I mean? Just staying and going as long as you can. Listen, bro, we have to do this. We have to do this with, you know, with sense. You know what I'm saying? We got to do this with sense, and the reason behind it, the foundation under it, listen, it has to make sense. You know, and everything that I named, it makes sense. You know, you have to reprogram and get that shit out of your mind. Every man should have this. Every man should do this in their life. You know, so they not too lost in the sauce with these women in their relationship. I don't care if you're in a relationship or not, you should still practice semen retention. And your girl should understand that you need to do this. You know, it's easy for us to get lost sometimes. It's easy for us to be lusting sometimes. It's easy for us to lose who we are sometimes, man. You know, we human. We go through these things. But people think that we just supposed to be these just macho guys and walking around with just, you know what I mean, and all of that shit, bro. Listen, man, we all get lost. You know what I mean? We all get lost. So when we hit this reset button and we get on semen retention, we find ourselves again. We find ourselves again. We go back to where it started, and guess what? Now we can handle it moving forward better than we did the time before last. You know what I'm saying? We get better. So we only get better the more that we practice this. The more that we practice this, we got to keep going. We got to keep practicing, and every man should have this in his archive. Every man should have this shit, because this shit be overflowing and people get lost in it, and guess what? They never come back. They too addicted. They too addicted to the porn. They too addicted to these drugs and shit like that come with it. They too addicted to these women. They too addicted. They lusting too much. So they already lost in it. But guess what? When you have something like this shit will reset you. You get back to your true self, and then all of that spell that your ass was under, guess what? That shit fades away. Because that's all it is, man. It's spells behind all of this shit, bro. It's spells, it's dark energy behind the way we was living before. That's why it's so tough. People be wondering, like, man, damn, I ain't know I even had a problem until I tried to stop. Yeah, me too. That's what happened. You know what I mean? Listen, bro, the first relapse, it was like, okay, whatever. I still went 8 days. I was crunk. I'm like, yeah, I went 8 days. But then when I went 6 after that relapse and then relapsed again, that's when that shit hit me, bro. You know, I handled that one the hardest. I told y'all before, that second relapse really brought me down. It was like, damn, you know, I really do have a problem. You know, that's when it was real. You know, that's when it got really real for me, because I didn't realize I was on the high. I was on cloud 9 after going 8 days, my first go around. So I just knew, I just got cocky with it. I'm like, nigga, I'm about to go 90. Nigga, I just knew. I'm like, after 8 days, I just knew I was about to kill it. In 6 days, man, relapse, boom. I just got hit with that roadblock, and that's when I felt my worst. You know, but I still got back on top of it and kept fighting. I still kept fighting. Even after that 6 days when I felt so low, man, I went 4 days after that and relapsed again. You know what I mean? Then went 1 day after that and relapsed again, bro. But I had to keep going, you know? So I was on cloud 9 after that first 8 days, man, and then relapsed after 6, and I felt like shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know I was that bad. I didn't know I needed it I didn't know I needed porn to release that much. It was like, fuck, you know, so you need to flush all of that shit out, because when you keep going years and just letting all of these things just stack up, the porn stack up, and then the drugs on top of that, the alcohol and all of those things that corrupt you, bro. Listen, man, sometimes it makes it tougher for you. You really do lose yourself. Those spirits behind that really do take over you, and you realize that when you try to stop that shit, that's the devil trying to hold you back. Like, yeah, fool, you know, this was real. You didn't know. You know, pornography is like that wolf in sheep's clothing, because you didn't know that was a wolf. You didn't know it was that strong, because it just came as something like, oh, everybody do it, because it's so easy to access. It's so easy to access. So it's like that wolf in sheep's clothing, you know? So you got to get away from that shit, bro. Now you know what it is. Listen, it's up to you to take care of it. Get on this journey, take it serious, and move forward and get strong out here. You know what I mean? So remember that, moving forward. And that's my word, man. My name Jason, the Sinn-Take. Holla at y'all later, man. Peace.
Hustle hard, yeah, that's all day. I'ma keep putting in work, yeah, that's all day. I'm in here to do my job, yeah, that's all day. What I do ain't a facade, this is all J. Hustle hard, yeah, that's all day. I'ma keep putting in work, yeah, that's all day. I'm in here to